The letter Q, it doesn't pop up a lot in the English language. If you get it in Scrabble, it's worth a lot of points, 10 to be specific. But you either need a U or you need to know the words that start with a Q but don't require a U. And by the way, if there are any Scrabble players out there, here are a few hints to help you on that front. Key or chi, which is QI, tat, QAT, and qanat, QANAT. Keep those in mind next time you're playing Scrabble. Given the scarcity of the letter Q in the English language, not many shows on television start with the letter Q. So what is the best show that has a title that starts with that letter? And of course, we will include any possible show that starts with the word the and then a word with a Q. We've all read indexes, we know how that works. It's not the finest selection of choices, but there are choices.
Holy crap, it's like a litter. How do you feel?
Like a parade just came out of my vagina.
It's definitely not Quintuplets, that woeful Andy Richter sitcom. Richter starred in two good but unsuccessful sitcoms in Andy Richter Controls the Universe and Andy Barker PI. If you haven't seen those shows, try and track them down if you can. They're both worth seeing, kind of cult classics, particularly Andy Richter Controls the Universe, though we think Andy Barker PI is actually a little better as a show.
My first day as my own boss. I don't know when I'm going to be home.
You're an accountant, Andy Barker. You go where the numbers take you. But don't be too late. That Judging Amy we TiVoed isn't going to watch itself.
Oh.
Quintuplets, on the other hand, was both unsuccessful and not good. It's a very generic, boring sitcom. All it gave us was a solid Arrested Development bit, which is something. It's more than a lot of bad shows have done. We didn't even remember that show Quantico existed until we were researching this, so obviously that's not winning. Quick Draw McGraw had cultural impact in as much as we remember that cartoon character. The show is not exactly lush in terms of quality though, it's just that a lot of Hanna-Barbera characters are well remembered.
Together now, strawberry shortcake, huckleberry pie, VOCP.
Ultimately, it came down to Quincy M.E. and Quantum Leap. The former stars Jack Klugman, also of The Odd Couple, as a medical examiner who ends up solving crimes. It's one of those procedurals where somebody who is murder adjacent ends up solving murders like Murder, She Wrote or Psych or what have you. Quantum Leap, meanwhile, is a famed sci-fi show where Scott Bakula plays the guy who jumps through time and space and ends up in different people's bodies. Neither is a great show, but Quantum Leap is more adventurous and original, and we know a lot of you out there do really love that one.
I'd like to wake up now. Or remember the experiment. What experiment?
Quincy is merely a decent procedural. The most memorable thing about it is the episode where he's talking to a bunch of TV punks and it's very ridiculous and silly. It's not good. Its cultural legacy is being ironically remembered for a bit of cultural misstep that showed the writers had no clue what actual punk was all about.
Skin. And put on another. And leap.
Quantum Leap is a show that has made its way into the cultural lexicon. It's remembered. It's been remade.
I'm a hologram from the future. We gotta go now! I'll explain everything later. Just get in the van.
What do I do?
What do? You're the getaway man! Get us away, man!
You can do this, all right? Put it in first and punch it. You have 2 cop cars on his hill. You need to lose them.
It's a good title for a TV show. Quantum Leap. That's cool. Thus, when all is said and done, Quantum Leap is our winner. By the way, if you're wondering, the X winner is so obvious we don't have to do it beyond saying this. The X-Files. Are you a fan of Quantum Leap? Have you seen that remake version? Do you like Quincy? Do you like other procedurals where people are solving murders even though it's not their job in any capacity to solve murders? Let us know in the comments, and for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the Events Magazine YouTube channel.